Kasama nga po namin si Congresswoman Jervy Luistro dahil para sa mga kapatid natin, kahapon nga po, June 18, ay nagharap na po itong House Prosecution Panel. Kasama po itong defense team ni VP Sara Duterte para sa unang araw po ng pre-trial conference. Diyan po sa impeachment case ni VP Sara Duterte. So ito, kausapin po natin, tanong natin, ano ba nangyari kahapon? Congresswoman Jervy Luistro, good morning po.
Good morning, Manong Ted. Good morning, DJ Chacha. And good morning sa lahat ng viewers and
Oo.
followers.
Alam mo ma'am, kahapon may nag-explain sa amin kung ano bang kahulugan nitong pre-trial conference, ano exactly yung nangyayari. But you being one of the House Prosecution Panels, sa isang mabilis lang po na explanation, pagpapaliwanag, ano nga po ba ang nangyayari dito?
Okay, so ang purpose ng ating pre-trial conference is to promote a simple, expeditious, and fair trial. No? Ibig sabihin, pinag-uusapan na in advance ano ang ating pwedeng pagkasunduan so that we will make the trial simple, simpler,
Smooth.
shorter, more expeditious,
Mm.
and fair for both
Oo.
parties. No?
Oo.
So kasama dito, number one, is the proposed stipulation of facts. Ano bang pwedeng pagkasunduan na hindi na pagtatalunan sa trial at hindi na kailangan ng ebidensya upang patunayan pa during the presentation of evidence. No? Mahaba yan.
Mm.
Merong stipulation of facts, proposed stipulation of facts ang prosecution, sasagot doon ng depensa kung tinatanggap nila o hindi nila tinatanggap. The same way, meron ding listahan ng proposed stipulations ang defense, sasagot naman kami kung whether we are admitting or we are denying the stipulations. Yung lahat ng denied stipulations, ang tawag doon, controverted issues. At yan ang pagtatalunan doon sa trial by way of presentation of evidence. No? Yung admitted na by both parties, no need for evidence to establish that because that
Mm.
is considered as undisputed facts already. No? At pinagkasunduan na ng magkabilang parties.
Well
Second
explained,
DJ,
oo. Yes po, sige,
yeah,
tuloy
second
lang.
DJ, submission din yon ng listahan ng mga
Witness.
witnesses.
Oo.
The purpose of which, magkakaroon ka ng idea, ilang trial dates ba ang kailangan
Mm.
ng prosecution, ilang trial dates din ba ang kailangan ng defense, no? So after the witnesses, ito namang marking of exhibits. Kasi itong pagmamarka ng exhibit, it is time consuming eh. Kung gagawin mo pa to dun sa trial, sobrang haba. So ginagawa na ito during pre-trial conference. Ito yung mga evidence for the prosecution. Let us mark them. Kunyari, the first piece of evidence is marked as Exhibit A, the second is Exhibit B, things like that, no? Ganon din ang defense, no? So, what is important dito sa pre-trial conference, you do not talk about admissibility of evidence, no? Kasi yung admissibility of evidence, dun pa yon sa trial. Pwedeng erase ng defense or ng prosecution yung objection on ground of inadmissibility, no? So ang purpose lang talaga dito, marking of exhibits, listing of the names of witnesses, and admission or denial of stipulation of facts. Again, ang purpose is to promote a simpler, mas simple, mas maigsi, mas mabilis, at mas fair, patas na paglilitis para sa magkabilang panig, no? So, as to what happened yesterday, almost everything is submitted for resolution of the impeachment court already, no? Yung mga listahan natin, including the number of trial dates. Kaya lang itong marking of exhibits ang medyo matagal because it is tedious, it's marami, it's voluminous, no? Nag-start sila kahapon, kami kahapon, natapos ng 5:00 at babalik tayo ng Monday para hopefully matapos ang marking of exhibits, DJ.
Ayan, very well explained. Chairwoman,
Mm.
so kahapon, sabi nyo nga po dito sa pre-trial, nangyayari yung ano yung mga mapagkakasunduan, ano yung mga
Yeah.
pwedeng pagtalunan para mas maging smooth at mas maging maikse, no? Hindi ganong mahaba yung impeachment trial that will start on July 6. Yun na mismo yung actual. Pero kahapon po, ano ang meron bang hindi na pagkasunduan at meron bang pagtatalo na naganap doon po sa pre-trial?
Of course, anticipated yung DJ, no? Sapagkat ang tawag natin dito sa impeachment trial, adversarial. the reason why we call it adversarial is because the position of the prosecution is opposite. Definitely, completely opposite to the position of the defense, no? So dun pa lang sa proposed stipulation of facts, syempre, hindi naman kami umaasa na lahat ng proposal namin ay tatanggapin nila. In the same way, na hindi rin sila umaasa na ang proposal nila ay tatanggapin namin, no? So yung sinasabi mong pagtatalo, of course that is anticipated
Yeah.
because the position of the prosecution and the defense are completely opposite. But nevertheless, DJ, no? Gusto ko actually i-commend ang impeachment court, ang prosecution at ang defense because what is apparent is lahat ay supportive dito sa simple, expeditious, and fair conduct of the trial, which is yun ang pinipilit naming ma-address dito sa PTC in preparation for the upcoming trial.
Okay. So, kahapon po, doon sa pre-trial, sabi nyo nga, it's normal na magkakaroon talaga ng pagtatalo kasi totally it's the defense versus the prosecutors. Pero meron po ba kayong pwedeng i-share na isang impormasyon sa amin na talagang para sa inyo, if you may, ma'am, kasi alam natin, close to media and to public itong pre-trial, though there are groups saying na dapat nga po isa publiko ito. Kung meron lang po kayo po pwedeng ma-share sa amin na, in your opinion, kahit makailang pre-trial tayo, hindi kami papayag na prosecutors kung ganyan na magiging stand nitong ating defense.
Well, without even sharing what happened yesterday, no? Siyempre, ang aming accusation is that the Vice President committed misuse, misappropriation, and corruption of public funds with reference to the utilization of confidential funds, no? Siyempre, yung accusation itself, including the commission of actual threat, itong bribery, at saka itong unexplained wealth, definitely, lahat ng proposed stipulations along those lines, i-deny yan ng defense without of course sharing what happened actually yesterday. At yun ay anticipated, DJ, no? So, very opposite po ang aming position because we are the prosecution and they are the defense, no? Ang importante, we're aligned towards having a simple, an expeditious, and a fair upcoming trial. Not only for the people of the Philippines, no, whom we represent, but also the respondent vice president. Ang sabi ko nga, DJ, two ways to eh. It can either result to conviction or to acquittal, no? Kung may ebidensya at mas malakas ang ebidensya ng prosecution than the defense, no? Generally speaking, conviction yan. Pero kung mas malakas ang ebidensya ng defense kesa sa prosecution, dapat acquittal yan, no? Hindi po ito tungkol lamang sa prosecution, ito'y tungkol sa defense din. Both parties have important interest to defend and to support, no? For the respondent, kung talagang mas malakas ang ebidensya ng depensa, dapat i-acquit, and that is an opportunity also for the respondent upang linisin naman ang kanyang pangalan regarding all these allegations. No? So two ways to. And that is why we're really looking forward na makita lahat din ng ebidensya at defense ng respondent. Kasi sabi ko nga, 2 years na to, we started 19th Congress pa, almost similar yung grounds. It's about time marinig na ng taong bayan ano ang depensa ng respondent.
Okay. Kahapon sa pre-trial, wala po si VP Sara Duterte. On past impeachment cases, normal po ba yon na pag sa pre-trial, okay lang na wala muna yung public official?
Well, as a matter of rule, dapat present siya. But it is also allowed under the rules for the respondent to authorize somebody to appear in her behalf, no? At of course, it is presumed na since may defense siya, they will be appearing for the respondent vice president.
Okay. On the future pre-trial conferences, si VP Sara daw po ba ay hindi na rin pupunta? Napag-usapan po ba ito kahapon?
They never mentioned about that, the possibility of her appearance on the succeeding pre-trial conferences, no? Although, DJ, linawin ko na rin lang, Ang hindi na lang natatapos, of course, ay marking of exhibits, no?
Mhm.
So, once we are done with the marking of exhibits, maghihintay na lamang po tayo ng pre-trial order. And after that pre-trial order, we can file our comment, both the prosecution and the defense, kung meron kaming mga concerns na kailangang ma-address dun sa pre-trial order. Kung wala na naman, that pre-trial order will serve as our guide, our blueprint, our roadmap as we start the trial on July 6.
Okay. Sabi nyo nga, sabi rin po ng inyong mga kasama sa prosecution, mahalaga po itong marking of evidences, ano? Baka pwede lang po natin ma-explain sa mga tao kung bakit. And balikan ko lang ulit yung tanong, so it's a possibility na talagang hindi a-attend si VP Sara sa mga pre-trial conferences na mangyayari?
Actually, DJ, we cannot speak for the Vice President. No? Basta ang maliwanag, bagaman mandatory ang attendance ng parties, they can actually authorize their representative to appear in their behalf. No?
Mhm.
So, like the prosecution, we're appearing for the House of Representatives. The
Yeah.
defense is appearing for the respondent. No? So, maliwanag yon. So, I think kung dadating o hindi si Vice President on the succeeding pretrial conference, ang importante, and this is under the rule, meron siyang representative na tumatayo para sa kanya. The same way ng prosecution tumatayo din in behalf of the House of Representatives.
Mhm. Marking of evidences, ma'am, mga gaano pa po kayo ito katagal? And even the pre-trial conference, sa tingin nyo po, ilang mga araw pa ito?
Alam mo kasi DJ, yung marking of exhibits depende sa nature ng allegation, no? O maalala mo itong confidential fund at saka itong unexplained wealth, parehas voluminous ang exhibits ng prosecution, no? And it will really take time bago matapos yung marking sapagkat we need of course to make sure that all documents will be marked. Kasi ang rule dyan, DJ, yung hindi na markahan, yung hindi mo na presenta during PTC, hindi mo na yan pwedeng i-present during the trial, no? Same is true with respect to the witness. Pag hindi mo na submit ang pangalan ng testigo during pre-trial conference, hindi mo rin yan pwedeng i-presenta during trial, no? May exception dyan.
Mhm.
For the witness, kung may issue ng safety and security, pwede mo munang i-reserve ang pangalan, huwag mong pangalanan, and I think kung hindi ako nagkakamali, 3 days before presentation, saka mo i-disclose yung identity. Pagdating naman sa documents, if they are not yet available or not yet within the knowledge of the party, pwedeng reservation lang muna at tapos 3 days before, saka natin i-disclose sa court bago natin i-present, no? So, as a general rule, yun. Kaya marami tayong documents is because
Oo.
gusto natin mamarkahan so that we will not be dealing with the rule of exclusion because hindi mo siya namarkahan during pre-trial conference, no?
Oo. So ang sigurado, hindi natin alam kung ilang araw pa yung pre-trial, but definitely before July 6 dapat tapos po ito.
Well, I think it's clear kahapon that we will be starting the trial on July 6. That's why we are commending all the parties, including the impeachment court. Mukhang aligned kami towards this end na magkaroon ng trial as soon as we are done with this pre-trial conference, no? Submitted na lahat, DJ Chacha, ang ating issues,
Aha.
list of witnesses, list of exhibits. Ang natitira na lang actually is the marking because voluminous talaga. But once we are done, we will just be waiting for pre-trial order and thereafter wait for July 6, which will be the initial date for the presentation of evidence.
May sinasabi kayo, ma'am, na lahat ng mga testigo, dokumento, markings ng lahat ng iyan, yan, hindi ka na pwedeng magdagdag during the trial. Is that a strict rule talaga, madam?
That is the general rule, Manong Ted, no?
Okay.
Pero kanina, I shared the exception
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
for the witnesses.
Yung mga
Kung may issue ka ng safety and security,
Okay.
ayaw mong pangalanan, pwede reservation lang muna,
Opo.
no? And then 3 days before presentation of this witness, saka mo i-disclose sa court.
Opo.
no?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So,
Ganon din sa exhibits. Ang
Mm-mm.
exhibits naman or
Mm-mm.
documentary evidence or object evidence,
mm,
if it is not yet known to you or
mm.
if it is not yet available, you can simply make a reservation and then 3 days before presentation, saka mo i-disclose sa court.
So yun nga po, kaya nga po napakinggan natin kanina sa inyo pagpapaliwanag. So sa inyo pong isunumite na mga ebidensya at listahan ng mga testigo ninyo, may mga naka-reserve na bahuda nun?
I can only confirm, Manong Ted, na may mga reservations
Okay.
ang both parties. However, we cannot deal as
Of
to the
course.
details of these
Yes, ma'am.
reservations.
We respect that, ma'am. Yan po bahagi din po yan siguro nga ng panuntunan po no, ng impeachment court ngayon. So, meron kayo sa inyong panig na pinare-reserve no, sa takdang panahon, malalaman nyo kung ano ito as provided for ng mga rules ngayon. Okay, klaro yan. Yun ho bang subpina na hihingiin nyo sa court? Ngayon pa lang sinasabi nyo na hindi. Hindi pa.
What is that, Manong Ted?
Yun ho bang,
Subpoena?
apo, di ba ho, may posibilidad na humingi kayo sa court ng subpoena duces tecum para po sa ilang mga importanteng dokumento na kakailanganin ng prosecution. Sa ngayon po kasi, baka hindi nyo pa hawak yun kasi wala kayong subpoena powers o hindi nyo nagawa iyan during the preliminary investigation in the House. Nahihingi kayo ng saklolo sa impeachment court para magsubpina kayo ng mga importanteng dokumento. Yan bang, kung ganyan ba, ngayon pa lang dapat malaman na ng defense?
We understand that, Manong Ted, no? The need for the issuance of subpoena. But right now, our focus is on the pre-trial conference, no? At we are conscious that most of our evidence came from the proceeding of the Justice Committee and even from the proceeding of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, no? So wala pa po tayo dyan sa subpoena.
Okay.
Nandito pa lang po tayo sa pre-trial conference.
Meaning, ma'am, kung wala kayo sa subpoena, hindi mapag-uusapan yung mga subpoena na hihilingin po ng prosecution o maging ng depensa sa pre-trial conference. Yan po ay maaari yung ma-raise, yan ba'y allowed ng rules po ng impeachment na ang sino man pong panig humingi ng saklolo sa impeachment court to issue subpoena?
If you will recall, Manong Ted, the exception pagdating sa documents at saka sa object, no, is if they are not yet within the knowledge of the parties or they are not yet available. So tingin ko naman pasok siya sa exception, so pwedeng erase yan during the trial.
Opo, gaya po ng actual bank record ng nasa sakdal.
Well, I cannot comment on that yet, no? We
Opo.
have entered the preliminary stage of our
Yes, ma'am.
trial, but nevertheless, we have shared already the rules. Kung hindi pa available sa possession ng parties, of course, we can justify that before the impeachment court.
All right. Opo, kasi nga po baka dumating sa takdang panahon yung pong ganung ngang sitwasyon na hihingi ang prosecution o depensa ng tulong sa court para nga magsubpina either ng tao na mag-testify o kaya po naman ng anuman pong karagdagang ebidensya o dokumento.
Alam mo, Manong Ted, itong compulsory process ng court, this is actually a measure that is given to both parties. Not only the prosecution but even the defense para makompel ang production ng documents or objects which are not yet in their possession, no? Which means that if right now, hindi hawak ng parties yung evidence na kailangan nila, of course, they can resort to the power of the impeachment court to issue this compulsory process. Ito yung sinasabi mong subpoena duces tecum para sa dokumento at para naman sa testigo, subpoena ad testificandum. And this will happen during the trial.
Yes, ma'am. And ito po kasi hindi pa ito sarado, no? Yung dami siguro ho ng testigo kasi o kaya maghahayag po ng kanilang testimonya kasi nasa kapangyarihan din po ng impeachment court kung ang mga judges mismo kapag may nabanggit na naman pong pangalan sa testimonya ni Numan ay maaaring magpatawag ng karagdagan pong maghahayag ng testimonya.
That is correct, Manong Ted. As a matter of fact, that falls within the exclusive prerogative, power of the senator judges kung meron silang gustong isubpoena na additional witnesses. At earlier, binanggit ko din kung may issue ng safety and security, pwedeng reservation lang muna ang banggitin namin during pre-trial conference and pre-trial brief, saka natin i-disclose during the trial.
Opo. At ma'am, diyan po sa usapin po ng mga pagsubpina, papaharap po ng mga tao bilang testigo o maghahayag po ng kanilang testimonya, majority vote po ang botohan dyan ng mga...
That's what I understand.
Okay.
Majority of present, no?
Opo.
Maliwanag yun. We call that simple majority. Majority
Okay.
of the present senator, judges. And that will be subject to the discretion of the impeachment
Yes, ma'am.
court whether or not i-grant nila yung motion for the issuance of subpoena.
And that will be raised by, not by the prosecution, but a member of the court.
Well, even the parties can raise that. Pwede
Okay.
tayong mag-motion. The
Okay.
prosecution,
Mhm.
the defense, and even the senator judges.
So, you
Actually, pagdating sa senator judges, walang limit yung power nila actually.
Opo.
They can participate during the direct, they can participate during the cross. Ang tawag namin doon,
Okay.
ako ha,
Okay.
clarificatory questions.
Opo.
Pagdating dito sa mga motions, they can actually raise also motions which are relevant to the proceeding of this impeachment trial.
Okay, to make this more interesting and medyo understandable, halimbawa po during the trial, kayo na nasa prosecution magsasabi na, Your Honors, we have to have these documents. Ito'y importante para malaman ng publikong katotohanan, etc., etc. Kaya ano 'yon? Ano ang inyong wordings doon? So we humbly move that the court issue subpoena do sa STECOM. Ano po ang wordings ng inyong motion doon? At yun ho bang motion na iyon ay dapat sundan ng isang miyembro ng court? Can you just educate us, ma'am?
Well, if that pertains to a document, no? Subpoena duces tecum. Yan, motion for issuance of subpoena duces tecum. And since that is trial stage already, no? Ang nakalagay sa rules, pwedeng mag-rule outright ang presiding officer.
Okay.
Meron din siyang choice that the motion be put to a vote,
Ayun.
pagbotohan, no?
Okay.
But there are instances also na kahit nag-rule ang presiding officer, kung may nag-register na objection among the senator judges,
Pwede.
automatically that will be subjected to
Ayun.
vote.
Ako, this is really very interesting, madam. Ang gahanda na kami ng popcorn talaga nito pag nagsimula ito kung sakasakali. Anyway, just to make you smile, madam chairperson. Ma'am, ano ba rules dito? Klaro na ba na 4 ang inyong articles of impeachment, no? 4 po ang mga grounds ninyo. Ano yan, kapag magsisimula muna kung ano ang uunahin, sino ang magdidesisyon? Ang court? Unahin natin tong threats na to. Ganun po yun.
Actually, meron tayong jurisprudence dyan, Manong Ted, no? Tawag natin Enrile versus Sandigan Bayan. Kung saan pre-announce ang exclusive judgment and authority of the parties, not only the prosecution, to decide on the manner by which the evidence will be presented, no? That includes the order of presentation of the 4 articles of impeachment, which means, Manong Ted, kung paano namin sila nilatag in the articles of impeachment, we are reserving the discretion kung paano namin yan iprepresenta during the trial. Nevertheless, that order of presentation must be submitted at the stage of the pre-trial conference.
Okay, sige. So ma'am, ito pong order of presentation, ano ba rules dito? Pwede bang after first presentation ng inyong unang artikulo, pagbotohan na natin kaagad ito nang magkaalaman tayo? Ano ba ang rules dyan?
Manong Ted, maliwanag sa ilalim ng Senate Rules on Impeachment, no? Tatapusin muna lahat ng 4 articles na presentation of prosecution's evidence, no? Bago tayo mag-proceed dun sa voting, tapos ang botohan per article. Kunyari, first article.
Okay.
What is the vote of the senator judges? 1 by 1 yun. They have the privilege to explain also their vote. And we proceed to the second article. Anong boto ng senator judges, no? And of course, yung one of the debatable issues ngayon is kung paano natin i-interpret yung threshold na sinasabi sa Constitution, which is 2/3 of all the members of the Senate. That's how we convict, no?
Opo.
Because if we do not reach the threshold, which is 2/3 of all, then it should amount to acquittal of the respondent.
Okay, yun po. So kami po'y natuto na naman dito sa ating aasahan girl sa July 6 na ating pong panonoorin na proceedings. So ma'am, yung pong usapin ng threshold na iyan, yan po ay dapat marisolba, with all due respect, ng impeachment court sa July 6. Yan pong issue ng threshold na ilan ba talagang botong kakailanganin para i-convict doon sa provision ng ating saligang batas na kinakailangan po na 1/3 of all the members of the Senate. So, dapat ba ma-resolve na yan bago magsimula po?
Pinag-aaralan natin yan, Manong Ted, no? Kung meron na bang irreparable damage, no?
Aha.
Na masusustain. May requirements kasi yan before you can actually elevate the matter to the Supreme Court, no? So perhaps after this pre-trial conference, pag-aralan niya ng prosecution,
Okay.
when is the proper timing really to
Okay.
clarify
Mhm.
the threshold required for the purpose of conviction, no? Kasi alam mo naman, etong mga diskusyon na to, nag-umpisa ng change of leadership.
Oo.
Lumabas yung kaso ni Avellino versus
Okay.
Cuenco, no?
Opo, opo.
Which for purposes of discussion on quorum, on
Mhm.
majority,
Mm.
on threshold, I think relevant for the impeachment court.
Okay.
What I mean is whether the Senate is acting as a legislative body or an impeachment court, lahat ng proceedings nila is governed by the rules on quorum, on majority, and on threshold. So, sa akin lang, it is important na ma-address ito.
Mhm.
It is important na marinig kung anong pronouncement ng Supreme Court, no? I do not even know if they will consider this as a justiciable issue, but for me it is, sapagkat ito ay napapaloob sa ating konstitusyon, no?
Mhm.
At
Mhm.
divided ang opinion ng mga legal luminaries and even people in the administration and in the opposition, no?
Ah.
And that is why the Supreme Court as the final arbiter, I think it's important na maliwanagan tayong lahat as to how we
Opo.
will interpret this threshold as pronounced in the Constitution.
Kasi nga po, parang mahirap pa yata mangyari, Madam Chair, na matatapos yung impeachment ng halimbawa po, nagbotohan ng mga senator judges sa threshold nila, binago nila yung 16, and then anuman po decision doon, pupunta ng Supreme Court to question it. Di ba? Mas maganda yata, maklaro na yung threshold na yan. Para
I
wala...
understand.
ma'am?
No? Kasi Manong Ted, ang gusto mong sabihin, natapos na yung impeachment trial, nagkaroon na ng judgment, mukhang wala pa ring finality kasi nagtatalo
Opo.
ang mga tao as
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
proper interpretation of threshold, no?
Mm-mm.
So, for the sake of fairness at saka clarity, para pare-parehas tayong submitted sa anumang position ang tama
Mm.
concerning threshold. I understand your point na sana magkaroon na ng kaliwanagan.
Opo, yes ma'am. Para din po sa maka-move on na po tayo after this trial. Tama, wala na iba pang pagtatalo ng issue. Ay, nako. Sige po. Madam Chair, thank you for your time. And as always po, kami po'y nagagalak po na mapakinggan po ang inyong paliwanag. Magandang bagay din po ito para maunawaan po ng ating mga kababayan kung gaano ka-importante ang issue ito. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Mga kapatid, patuloy po kayong tumutok sa 105.9 True FM para sa totoong balita, impormasyon, music and entertainment. Mag-subscribe sa aming YouTube channel at podcast at sundan nyo kami sa Facebook, Instagram, X at TikTok sa True Network PH. Bisitahin din po ang aming official website, truefm.ph. At panoorin din kami sa True TV Signal, Channel 19. Kami po ang 105.9 True FM. Laging true sa'yo, kapatid.